matter of 3, 4 years, and all companies will
Yeah.
adopt all this, and
Yes.
there will be a margin expansion of 4, 5%. And but after started working, I realized building models is one thing, getting them to production is something else.
Right.
And
Right.
then I realized we were picking wrong problems.
Mm.
Then there's all set of issues across the board.
Right.
So what we assume as solving the problem is like 20, 30% of it. Uske
Right.
baad there's this whole space, and also I think you touched upon that fact that uh, besides algorithm design, there is this whole space of getting your data in the right place and all, right, which is
Right.
data engineering, right?
Right. Right. Right.
And I think I've seen this journey. Like when we started off in 2016, all everyone was focused on Kaggle models
Uh,
and all. And
uh,
within 2 years, they were like, okay, we build the models of production mein kaise jaye. Then realized
right.
not
That,
like typical software.
uh,
And then you had these bunch of tools coming together and all. Then they figured out, okay, models deploy वगैरह कर सकते हैं. Then they realized, oh, the data is not coming correctly. It's not
correct.
in
Correct. Correct.
place.
Yeah.
The pipelines are not that easy to manage,
Right. Right.
right? And then this whole set of new formats of data pipelining, orchestration, right? This whole set of software engineering around data started
Correct.
coming through. And now you have a term called modern data stack
Right.
that
Right.
suits all these set of tools, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And yeah, and you now have two very large billion-dollar companies, much more bigger than billion actually,
Right.
Snowflake and DataBricks, which
Correct.
actually kind of try to integrate this whole space
Right.
into
Right.
one.
Right. Right. Right.
But yeah, I
But
think I think
some of the things, like data integrity and all that, they don't necessarily take care of that. You still have to take care of it.
yeah,
But some of the things that the user input is wrong, and so it
right.
propagates downstream in the data
Yes,
pipeline
yes, yes, yes,
and creates a lot of trouble for the data
yes,
science
yes, yes,
algorithms
yes,
also. So those
yes.
are also things
Yeah,
that
yeah.
needs to
So I think those parts are still left. So we're still figuring out that
be
data availability other part. I
right.
think once that gets solved, people will be like, okay, now where is the my $1 million of worth of value? And then they come to question, okay, you know what? The logic or the approach that we did,
Correct,
there's gaps there.
correct, correct.
So what do you think are few opportunities from the Indian space where you straight away see slam dunk opportunities to provided, let's say, there is a stakeholder in those companies who's willing to, give data science as a real shot, right?
Right,
So
right.
what are those areas or problem statements where you think, the right team with the right set of tools and all, right, can actually deliver that value?
Right. I think there are many such opportunities I see in India. There are two specific reasons why those opportunities are particularly relevant for Indian markets. One is the size of the data sets are huge because there are just too many transactions happening.
Okay.
And the second thing is the consumers are very value conscious consumers within India,
Mm-hmm.
within the country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like the bulk of the consumers are very value conscious. As a result of it, there is both the pressure to reduce the cost, make sure that the business is very profitable, optimized, and all that stuff. So that and also you have a lot of data. So both of these together means that you can really leverage data science for improving business outcomes. So if you think about from a quick commerce perspective, there are lots of opportunities where
Right.
there
Right.
may be wastage happening, there is deliveries happening, like lots of places where data science can be used to do the optimization,
Yeah. Yeah.
end-to-end optimization of the whole process. If you think about companies, e-commerce companies, they mainly focus on recommendation systems and whatnot.
Right.
I was also a consultant at Dream 11 a
Right.
few years back.
Right.
And at that time, we had launched one product on payment optimization.
Right.
So how
Right.
exactly to route payments through the gateways.
Right.
As soon as we launched the algorithm, we immediately saw 1% uplift in the
Right.
success rate of the payments.
Right.
So some of those things are like payment success rate. Nobody probably thinks about it as much
Yeah.
as
Yeah. Yeah.
they should be. But turns out that there is a huge opportunity for data science to improve the success rates of the payment, which directly impacts the top line and bottom line of the companies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, same recommendation systems comes to the mind, payment gateways. Then I think entertainment is also another huge area. I was reading an article about some of these new age entertainment companies and how they have used data science. I mean, not necessarily like the they've used mainly statistics, not necessarily
Right,
like
right,
full-blown
right,
data science,
right,
to figure out, what emotions they should have in the videos in order to make it viral, make it more appealing to the masses, and so on and so forth. So, and YouTube gives you a good job. YouTube does a good job of
yeah,
providing you with the
yeah,
data
yeah,
about when the people are dropping off, when the people are
right,
watching
right,
more. So they use all that data to improve the overall sort of the topics on which they want to create content,
right,
the
right,
actors they want to have, the emotions they want to portray. Like all of that is something that people have been doing in India. And I
right,
think that's why I think it's a very, very exciting opportunity. It's just that the stakeholders are not
yeah,
convinced and on board. But
yeah,
otherwise, once they are
yeah,
on board, I think it can
right,
take off fairly
right,
quickly.
right. I think it's a matter of time before
Right.
some of the players do it, then the
Correct.
others try to, it puts the pressure on the others to pick it up. But I think the 2 points that, the massive scale of data and the need, the very thin margins
Correct.
basically means that there's a big need
Right.
for data science to deliver, right? I think also the reasons why I think while DS has been around this space fair bit, right? I think the reason why it's not yet completely percolated or reached its complete potential is also because I think we were in a phase where money was easily available, right?
Right.
I think now that we see interest rates going up, we see the end of so-called the ZERP era, right?
Right. Right.
I think this need for increased profitability and efficiency will lead them to, asking questions as to what
Sure.
can we
Yeah.
do, right?
Definitely.